Hello fams, good day and welcome back to our YouTube channel Diary TV. I remain your humble host, Divine Favor A. Woggle. On today's segment, I bring you a very pathetic story of a legend who just passed on. Yes. Well, we are talking of no other person other than the chairman himself, the person of Christian Chukwu. Yes. So today we gather to honor a titan of Nigerian football, a man whose name echoes through the annals of the sport, Christian Chukwu, affectionately known as Chairman. On April the 12th, 2025, the world learned of his passing at the age of 74. And Nigeria paused to mourn a hero. Of course, Chukwu wasn't just a player or a coach, he was a symbol of resilience, leadership, and of course, national pride. His journey from the streets of Enugu to lifting trophies for Nigeria is a story of grit, glory, and grace. In this video, we'll celebrate his extraordinary life, we'll dive into his monumental achievements, relive his impact on the Super Eagles, cherish the memories fan hold clear, and of course, reflect on the tributes pouring in from across the globe. Most importantly, we'll explore the enduring legacy he leaves for future generations and what his loss means to Nigerian football. So settle in as we pay homage to a man who changed the game forever. Let's begin with the moment that, of course, defined Christian Chukwu's playing career, a career that set the stage for his immortal legacy. On to the first segment, of course, that's Christian Chukwu's notable achievements and contributions. Christian Chukwu was born on the 4th of January 1951 in Enugu, a city that would become synonymous with his name. Known as chairman for his command and presence, he was a defender who didn't just play the game, he owned it. His career with Enugu Rangers International Football Club from 1972 to 1981 was nothing short of legendary. Now I want you guys to picture this, a towering figure on the pitch, reading the game like a chess master, breaking up attacks with precision, and of course leading his team with an iron will. That was Chukwu. One of his crowning achievements came in 1977 when he captained Enugu Rangers to victory in the African Cup Winners' Cup. It was a triumph that put Nigerian club football on the continental map. Imagine the scene in Enugu, fans flooding the streets chanting his name as Rangers became the first Nigerian club to claim a major African title. Honestly, that victory wasn't just about a trophy, it was about proving Nigeria could compete with the best. But Chukwu's greatest moment as a player came on the international stage in the year 1980 as captain of the Green Eagles, Nigeria's national team. Before they became the Super Eagles, he led his country to their first ever African Cup of Nations title on home soil in front of a roaring Lagos crowd. Nigeria faced Algeria in the final. Chukwu was a rock at the back, marshalling the defense with authority. The 3-0 victory was a masterclass, and when he lifted that AFCON trophy, it wasn't just a win for the team, it was a win for a nation hungry for glory. That 1980 triumph was a turning point. It showed Nigerian could be a footballing powerhouse. Chukwu leadership didn't stop at defense, inspired teammates like Shagu Odegbami and of course Muda Lawal to play with heart. He was also part of the Nigerian squads that reached the AFCON final in 1976 and of course secured bronze in 1978, cementing his status as a consistent force. Beyond trophies, Chukwu contributed to Nigerian football by staying home. Unlike many stars today, he never played in Europe, yet he proved you could achieve, of course, greatness from Nigerian soil. His loyalty to Enugu Rangers and the national team made him a role model, showing young players that talent and hard work could shine anywhere. His contributions weren't just about wins, they were about building pride. He gave Nigerians moments to believe in themselves, moments that still resonate today. Let's hold on to that thought as we move to his time with the Super Eagles and of course, memories he created. Yes, up next, that's Christian Chukwu's impact on the Super Eagles and fans' memories. When you say Super Eagles, Christian Chukwu's name is woven into the fabric of their history. As a player, he was the heartbeat of the team from 1974 to 1980, nicknamed Chairman for his leadership. He wasn't just a captain, he was a general. His impact on the Green Eagles was transformative. He brought discipline, unity, and of course a never say die spirit. On the pitch, he was a defender opponent feared, with a knack for shutting down attacks and starting plays with pinpoint passes. The 1980 AFCON win was his pinnacle. Fans still talk about that final against Algeria, how Chukwu anchored the defense, ensuring Nigerians clean sheet. It was indeed a performance that defined his career, but his influence went beyond stats. He was a glue that held the team together during tough campaigns like the 1976 AFCON, where Nigeria reached the final only to fall to 0, even in defeat. Chukwu's resilience shone through, like rallying his teammates to fight another day. Later, as a coach from 2002 to 2005, he brought that same fire. He led the Super Eagles to a bronze medal at the 2004, of course, AFCON in Tunisia, proving his tactical nose. His coaching style was about passion, instilling belief in players like JJ Okocha and Kanu Wakwa. He demanded excellence and his team played with pride. Now let's talk about the fans. If you ask Nigerians about Chukwu, their eyes light up. Older fans remember him as the Rock of 1980, the man who made them believe Nigeria could conquer Africa. I spoke to a fan in Lagos who said, "Chairman was our hero, yes. When he played, we felt invisible." Another fan shared a memory of listening to the 1980 final on the radio, jumping with joy when Nigeria won. Younger fans know him through stories, tales of a defender who led with heart, whose names to the band and commands respect. Yes, social media is filled with these memories today. One user wrote, "Chukwu was a Super Eagles before they were super. His leadership was everything." Another shared a blurry photo of him lifting the African trophy, captioned, "This is my childhood." These stories show how Chukwu connected generations. He wasn't just a player, he was a memory maker. His time with the Eagles wasn't perfect. He faced challenges like unpaid salaries as a coach, which he spoke about candidly. But even then, he never lost his love for the game. That's the mark of true legend. As we reflect on his impact, let's turn to the tribute honoring him today. We've got the tribute paid to Christian Chukwu. With a sober heart, the news of Christian Chukwu's passing hit Nigeria like a thunderbolt. At 74, after a battle with prostate cancer, the chairman left us, but not before leaving an inedible mark. The football community has responded with an outpouring of love and, of course, respect. A testament of his towering legacy, the Nigerian Football Federation led the tribute, calling him the 1980 AFCON winning captain who inspired the nation. The statement spoke of his unmatched dedication and lasting influence. Across social media, fans and players alike shared heartfelt messages. One post read, "Rest in peace, Chairman. You gave us our first AFCON. We'll never forget you." Another called him a giant whose shadow still covers Nigerian football. From a teammate have been especially vocal. Shago Odegbami, a star of that 1980s team, wrote a moving tribute saying, "My friend, my captain, you were one of Nigeria's greatest. May you find peace." His word captured the personal loss felt by those who knew Chukwu's warmth and wisdom. Political leaders also joined in him, of course, as the best captain in our history, highlighting how Chukwu's achievement transcended sport, uniting Nigerians. In Enugu, where he was hometown hero, plans are underway for a statewide honoring, a fitting tribute for a man who made the city proud. The global football community is taking notice too. African football pages have shared clips of his 1980 triumph, reminding the world of his greatness. One fan from Ghana wrote, "Chukwu was a legend for all of Africa, not just Nigeria." This tribute paints a picture of a man respected far beyond his homeland. Chukwu is being remembered as some more than a footballer. He's celebrated as a leader who lifted Nigeria during tough times, and of course, as a coach who nurtured talent and a patriot who never sought fame abroad. As this tribute echoes, that leads us to a bigger question. What legacy does he leave for the future? Yes, up next, that brings us to the next question. Christian Chukwu's legacy for future generations. Well, Christian Chukwu's legacy is a beacon for Nigerian football, a light that will guide players, coaches, and of course fans for generations. At its core, his legacy is about excellence without compromise. As the first Nigerian to lift the AFCON trophy, he showed that Nigeria could aim for the stars. That 1980 victory wasn't just a win, it was a blueprint for success. And yes, proving that with unity and determination, anything was possible for young players. Chukwu's life is a lesson in staying true to your roots. He didn't need an European stage to shine. He built his legend in Nigeria with Enugu Rangers and the national team. Today's talent, of course, catching dreams abroad can look to him and of course see that greatness starts at home. His loyalty to Nigerian football is a reminder to invest in local leagues to strengthen the foundation for future stars. As a coach, his legacy lives in the players he mentored. Of course, the 2004 AFCON bronze showed he could adapt blend and discipline with flair. Future coaches can learn from him. Of course, that's his passion, how he demanded respect for the Super Eagles badge. His outspokenness about issues like unpaid salaries also set a precedent, urging fairness for those who serve the game. Chukwu's influence will be felt in Enugu, where he's an icon. The Rangers International Academy thrives today, producing talent inspired by his era. Across Nigeria, grassroots programs will point to him as proof that hard work pays off. Imagine a kid in Lagos kicking a ball in the dust, hearing stories of chairman lifting the Afghan. That's how legends inspire. Legacy also challenges Nigeria to honor its heroes better. Chukwu struggled with health and finances and later years sparked debates about supporting veterans. His person could push the Nigerian Football Federation to create funds or academies in his name, ensuring his spirit drives progress in years to come. Every Afghan campaign will carry his echo when the Super Eagles take the field. They will chase the glory Chukwu first grabs. His name will be a rallying cry, a reminder to play with heart. But what does his loss mean for Nigeria today? Let's explore that next. Yes, impact of Chukwu's passing on Nigerian football. Christian Chukwu's passing has left a void, of course, in Nigerian football. A silence where his booming presence once stood. The news confirmed on April the 12th, 2025 sent shockwaves through the community. Fans gathered in Enugu and Lagos sharing stories, watching old clips and mourning the man who gave them so much. Social media became a canvas of grief with hashtags like #Chairman Forever trending as Nigerians poured out their hearts for the Super Eagles. His loss is deeply personal. Current players, many raised on tales of 1980, feel the weight of his absence. The team's recent struggles in World Cup qualifiers already had fans yearning for past glories. Now Chukwu's passing sharpens that nostalgia. It's a reminder of what the Eagles can achieve when led by giants like him. The broader football community is reflecting on its history. Chukwu's era marked Nigerians' rise as an African powerhouse alongside stars like Rashida Yakini and of course Stephen Kashi. His death feels like the closing of a chapter, one where players bled for the badge. Often with little rewards, it sparked conversations about preserving that legacy and showing today's players understand the sacrifices of those before them. His passing means Nigeria has lost a living link to its golden age. He was a storyteller, a coach, a critic who held the game to high standards. But it also means his legacy is now eternal. No longer bound by time, Chukwu becomes a symbol. His 1980, of course, triumph, a touchstone for every Nigerian team. The challenge now is to honor him by rebuilding Nigerian football from grassroots to, of course, global stage. As we close, let's hold on to his memory. Christian Chukwu, the chairman, didn't just play football, he lived it, breathed it, and of course gave it to us all. Yes, and of course this comes to the final farewell. And so we say goodbye to Christian Chukwu, but not to his spirit. Life was a grief to Nigeria, a story of triumph, resilience, and of course love for the game. From Enugu to the world, he showed us what it means to lead, to fight, and to win. As we move forward, let's carry his lessons, play with pride, honor your roots, and of course never stop believing. Thank you for joining me in this tribute. If Christian Chukwu touches your life, please share your memories, of course, in the comments. Let's keep his legacy alive. Hit the like button, subscribe for more stories, and of course together, let's celebrate the giant of Nigerian football. And please, if you're a diehard football fan and you're listening to this, do give him a 5 minutes respect of silence. Until next time, please rest in peace, Chairman. We remain Diary TV.